All right, let's start this conversation because there are only three things in this world where people get really triggered about. Those being sex, second one, religion, and the third one, money. And the third one is the one I want to talk to you about in this video because, well, I've only joined like this online trader space for maybe a few months now, and I've been trading since 2021. But man, a lot of people have really a poor mindset on money, right? And the thing is, you cannot make money from a poor money mindset. And maybe you don't even know it. Maybe it's unconsciously, or maybe it's consciously. But if you're trying to force yourself to more money, it won't work. And if you're trying to push people that are successful away from you, you cannot make money and bitch on the people that are actually making money or maybe selling courses, whatever. It doesn't even matter. People that are making money trigger people that have a poor mindset. It's just how it works. But the thing is, you're not born this way. You're not born this way. It's not like you have some how can I say it, like a scarcity gene that was injected in you when you were born, and now you're generationally submitted to poverty. That's also crazy. Of course, you can maybe have health issues, whatever. That can make it hard to make money. And of course, if you aren't born in a privileged world, it can be harder to make money. But still, in the end, it's you. It's you and your thoughts. What do you think about money? Do you think that wealthy people are bad people because some wealthy people do bad things? Then you're neglecting your own self, because you cannot make money if you disgust money. You cannot become a rich person if you think rich people suck, right? It's just not gonna happen. So what you think defines your feelings. So if you have a poor mindset on this, you have poor thoughts, it will create poor feelings, right, around money. And if you have poor feelings, that's what you radiate into the universe. And in the end, that is what will come back to you. So if you radiate poorness, you will create more poorness and scarcity. Just see it, maybe you're you're kind of woo-woo right now and stuff like that. Well, of course, the law of attraction can be maybe woo-woo. But if you know how to make it practical, practical, that's the right word. If you know how to make it practical, it becomes so logical, right? And more easy to do. It's still training. Steps are actually easy, but it can be difficult, right? Because you need to really dive deep into yourself. So the thing is, if you radiate the wrong frequency, just look at it like a radio, right? If you receive a song because you have a radio turned on, and if you're still from my generation, sorry, I'm a bit old, you had a radio with the AM and the FM bandwidth, right? And you could tune it into a frequency of the songs you love to hear, into the radio station you love to hear. But the thing is, if there was a song on and you were oh my God, I don't want to hear this song, then you walk to the radio and you turn it to a different frequency, right? But you cannot expect, if you keep radiating the same frequency, to get a different song, to hear a different song, right? That makes sense, right? So you need to tune your own radio. And by understanding that, you will start to see that everything you right now believe and feel around money is based on only perception. It's only a story. So let me make that a little bit more clear. I have these conversations a lot with my coaching clients, also my business coaching clients, for some of you who don't know, I have in Holland a business coaching business. So I'm a little bit more maybe famous in Holland than I'm internationally with trading, right? But the thing is, I help people on their marketing, sales, growing businesses. But the biggest thing we do is work on their money mindset, on their mindset. And I have these conversations a lot, even recently. And what I asked my client was this: if I would give you $1,000 right now, and I gave you an assignment, you need to buy a car for that $1,000. And he reacted like, what? What the fuck? What is this? You cannot buy a car. You want one that still drives? What is this? I will get you one of those Flintstone cars, you know, with the legs. How can I buy a car for $1,000? So he got all wound up around it, right? Because he thought, well, I cannot buy a car for $1,000. I say, all right, let's forget that assignment. Let's forget it. I will give you another one. Go buy a coffee for $1,000. He was like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna buy a coffee for $1,000. Is that like a coffee bean where the elephant was like breeding on the tree until they were like ripe or something like that? I'm not buying that coffee. No way. The thing is, the $1,000 didn't change, right? It's still a freaking 1 with 3 zeros. The number didn't change. The emotions around it changed a lot. From feeling the scarcity to getting a car, to not even feeling the abundance of getting a $1,000 cup of coffee, right? So everything is perception. Everything around money are our own money stories. We normalize that a car may be thousands of dollars. Maybe you've normalized like the Toyota level, or maybe you've normalized the Ferrari level. It doesn't matter. If the amount you perceive as the right value for the thing, you don't feel the emotions like that. You don't feel like the big emotions. You only feel like, yeah, totally worth it. Let's do this. I'm excited. So, but if you feel like that car is way too expensive and you only have maybe $20,000 and you want a car that's maybe $200,000, you feel poor and stuff like that. So it's only stories, right? And if you really start to see that all the stories you tell yourself, and most of the times a lot comes from how you grew up. Maybe your parents told you that money trees don't exist, and they told you that a lot. Then you're trained. It's just like sports. If you train something enough times, you're getting better at it. So you just got better at thinking that money doesn't grow on trees, and that it's hard to get money, and that it's not abundant. That it has like a finite amount. However, in real life, money is limitless. It's even printed, right? So it's not scarce at all. It's not like Bitcoin or maybe gold where we have like a certain amount. Money gets printed every freaking day. It's like everywhere. It's not if you take, well, in trading maybe, but it's not if you take like $1,000 somewhere, it's like another person has less. I even believe, and maybe now I'm being a little bit controversial, I even believe that if we would like divide all the money in the world there is, just put it on a big pile and then tell everyone, all right, everyone gets an equal share of that pile. I know for a fact actually that it wouldn't take a year, before people would be at the same spot as they were a year before that. You see it with people that win a lottery. You see it with people in trading that win loads of money and then lose it all. How do you think that happens? That happens because it's not normalized. They have not normalized those amounts in their life. So their frequency is not turned on to that specific money frequency. So their unconscious beliefs will get rid of the money because it's not normalized. So as long as you don't know what your perceptions are around money, what your money beliefs are, what you think about money, what you've normalized in your life, can you handle maybe $100,000 on your bank account? Some people are like, oh yeah, come on. No, I know for a fact that if you cannot normalize that and you know where the money is meant to be for, and you have a plan around it, and you've like make it like neutral and not with all the emotions around it, then there's no way in hell you're going to keep that money on your account. It's not how the universe works. If you don't tune your frequency, you won't hear the song. It will just fade away and get away from you. That's how it works. So that's why I work with people a lot around money mindset and do practices and journaling stuff, the subconscious and the conscious stuff, right? Because that's the only way. You have to flip your thermostat. That's a word, right? So if you have a certain money thermostat, you need to raise that first before you can really receive the money. Otherwise, it might come in a bit, but then go away immediately. I've seen it myself. I've done it over and over again. Even when I had like good businesses doing loads of revenue, but then I started trading and I found out, whoa, my money mindset still needs some tweaking. Because I had trades that went to like 5K and then ran to my stop loss and I lost. I've had trades went to 5K, I took profits and then go ballistic like the whole day and just lose it all, right? Those are behaviors of a poor money mindset, or at least poor to the amount that was there. Maybe if I made like $10, I could have kept it. I don't know. So by normalizing it, you really need to go deep. So emotions can only be transformed, and we all have like stories and emotions around money, subconscious and conscious. And those emotions can only be transformed, replaced, or ignored. And you need to know which ones to transform, which ones to replace, and which one to ignore. That's how you can become better at this whole money game, because that's what it eventually is. And the thing is with money, we live on a freaking planet where money is not optional. I would love if we could all like share love, and that would make it all good. And you get something from me and I get something from you, like barter everything. But the thing is, money is an easy way to exchange stuff, because sometimes you don't need anything from someone else, and you cannot like give all the time, and you cannot receive all the time, because that's also not yin yang, right? So it's not how the universe works. So money actually replaces that in like a third person or something like that, which makes it really easy to exchange stuff. But only when you see it like that, you see it as just a great way to exchange stuff, a great way to enhance experiences in your life. Because with money, everything gets better. But if you're a crazy bad person, money will only amplify whatever is already in there. So if you're a really freaking bad person, you will do stupid stuff with money, right? You will make the world an awful place. That won't like change. However, you can change who you are, and you can change what you want to amplify with money. And money will only amplify what is already there. Money itself is not bad. Money itself is not good. It's nothing. It's just a number. But what you feel about money is your problem or your gift. Whatever you want to make of it. It's only a story. But if the story is not helpful, it's not useful, you need to change the story. I stopped a long time ago with asking myself, what is true? It doesn't matter if something's true or not. Is it true to me? Is it useful for me? Is it helpful for me to believe this around this particular thing? Is it helpful for me to think money does bad things in the world? Of course it's not helpful, because that way I will never attract money, because that will make me a bad person when I have money. So really knowing what's in here, when you're triggered, when you do stupid stuff, then start reflecting on that and doing the deeper work, the shadow work, everything that needs to be done to transform that and to create a different norm for yourself and normalize a certain amount of money coming in, normalize you being a really good trader, not a gambler, stuff like that. That's when you really become ready to earn money and keep money into your life. So I hope this was a helpful video for you to at least give some perspective on money, what you can do, and really look into it. Start to notice when you have certain thoughts, start writing them down. If you want help with this, I have my one-on-one mentorship program, especially for traders. If you want to do it with me, of course that's possible. If you want to maybe be guided a little bit more, join a community. I have some like monthly assignments which also help you in your money mindset. So one-on-one mentorship is more for the experienced traders that want to be on a different level. I'm more like a performance coach for those people. But if you want to join a community, that's a low investment, but still you can work on yourself and really like decipher these things for you. And also with the course where there's a few lessons on this, on money mindset, a few journaling exercises, stuff like that. So have a really nice day. I hope this was valuable, and let me know what your thoughts and insights were from this video. Bye bye.